Alright folks, it's finally time. I put together the first food bucket from the previous video, and I'm going to show you what I put inside. Alright everybody, welcome back. So what I have here is the first food bucket I put together. Couple of things about the progress I've been doing with this so far. I'll let you know how we're progressing in the project I'm doing. The first thing I noticed is that I'm going to have a separate bucket for, say, breakfasts. I would consider this a lunch and dinner bucket. Again, if you're starving, who cares if you have breakfast or whatever if you're hungry. But I'm probably going to do a separate bucket with just breakfast stuff, because you're a little more limited on breakfast stuff. Again, I'll probably have to lean on some freeze-dried stuff for that too, especially with eggs and stuff. You're a little limited to what you can put in there, aside from freeze-dried sausage, eggs, maybe some oatmeal, stuff like that, and maybe freeze-dried hash browns. I try to keep it what you can buy in the store, but I may have to put a little bit more in there. So, this is the bucket I chose. Got this at Home Depot. They're cheap enough. I don't know if it's food grade or not, but again, everything's sealed, so I'm not worried about it leaching in there somehow. I just dated it on the top. I'll probably put food bucket, lunch, dinner when I'm done with the video. I just put some duct tape, some white duct tape on top here. I'm going to show you what's in here real quick. We're just going to lay it out. First off, we've got some drinks, some Propel, some Crystal Lights. Again, that requires water, but if you have water, they come in handy. And also, too, some coffee. So that's our first two items out of there. Okay. Next up, there's going to be a lot of packaged food in here, like the foil packages and stuff. Some of that stuff, again, I've had for 2 years and eaten it. So I know it's good for at least 2 years, but you will need to rotate it out. So again, this is going to be something you want to keep an eye on, because this stuff isn't the same as putting a ton of cans in there that you know are going to stay good possibly for 10 years. So the first thing I did was this chata, and this is pork. So I'm going to put that in there. I would consider this 2 meals. These are a ton of food when you open them up, so you're safe on that. I put some rice in, so really, you could probably get 2 meals out of that. I'm going to back the camera up a little bit so you can see the table, because I wanted to make sure you got the bucket in there too. So, got the rice. So I would say that's a dinner lunch for somebody and a dinner lunch for, 2 people. That's a lot of food. Alright, next up, we have these here. Now, I put a lot of these rices and chickens and risottos and stuff in here, because I'm planning on using them with these. I have a bunch of these down here. Let me pull them out. Now the good part about these is you can kind of choose about how much food you want to eat that day. If you're really not hungry, you can open up one of those, have half of it and one of these. But if you're really hungry, you can say maybe have 2 or 3 of these for a meal and a whole bag of rice. So we're going to say that's probably, if we go with 2 each or 3 each, that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meals so far with drinks. And I forgot this last 2 chatas over here. You see how much food you can put in here too, so it's really cool with these. So I'm going to say that's another 2 more meals, and I do have sides to go with them. Let's say we want to have the ready pasta. So that's another meal there, and another ready pasta there. So that's another meal. So that's, let's see if I can get these in order. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meals so far. Okay, and these are big meals. Depending on how you eat, these are fairly big meals. Got a couple of ramens in here, and a couple of spams. Now I choose one or the other. It didn't really matter. I eat this stuff too, the Walmart generic brand. This is the low sodium one and the regular one. So we'll say that's 1 meal there. And again, you can mix and match this any way you want. I'm just saying there's a side and a meal. You could do it with the rice and have that with this. Doesn't matter. You can mix it any way you want. Okay. I got a mac and cheese here. This is dollar store. So we're going to go with the Spam and the mac and cheese for a meal. That would make a pretty good lunch for 1 or 2 people, depending on how hungry you are. What else we got in here? More chicken and roast beef. Turkey and roast beef. So you got the turkey and the roast beef. Let me see if I have sides in there for it. I do. You got rice for that. And this is the Virgo yellow rice. This stuff's really, really good. If you haven't tried it yet, it's at the dollar store. Yeah, I think they're 50 cents each. So it's not super expensive, but again, definitely a good side dish. And that fell over. Let me put that back. There. So you got 3 more of these and this. You have this stuff here, and you can really incorporate this roast beef or that with anything. Let me bring them up to the camera so you can see them. So if you wanted to do, say, you know, the rice or the risotto with the roast beef, you could do that. If you wanted to do the turkey, I thought I had a mashed potatoes in here. I'll have to go get it. We'll just say there's a mashed potatoes coming from this. So you can have the turkey and mashed potatoes, or the roast beef and mashed potatoes, and there's another meal. What else do we have in here? I have some corn. That can go along with anything. And I have some green beans, and that can go along with anything. So I would estimate probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, fell over, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12 meals total in this bucket. So you have about 12 meals there. Again, I tried to get it as small as possible, but this is a way for you to store food. Even if you're not thinking about giving these out, this is a way for you to store food for people who might show up at your house unprepared, other family members, stuff like that. You don't have to spend a ton of money. I mean, most of this stuff's fairly cheap. Ramen is cheap, but this is just some ideas, you know. These are fairly cheap, these little Uncle Ben's pre-cooked rices, and they don't really require a lot of cooking. About the only thing really here that requires you to cook the heck out of it is the rice back there, and that's just boils in water. Fairly simple. Again, you probably want to cook the Spam and heat up the turkey or the roast beef. So, you know, you can do it that way. I do need to put in that, I can't believe I forgot the mashed potatoes. I do need to put in the mashed potatoes. There's more than enough room for another bag of mashed potatoes in here. But this is just an idea. These are just some things that you can put in a bucket. And like I said, I'm probably going to make a separate bucket that's going to be just breakfasts. But for now, this is what I got in there so far. And I'd say that's a pretty good, you know, if I showed up somewhere starving, had no food at all, I would say, hey, you know what? I'll welcome that any day of the week because that's good food. So that's the start of it, okay? We're going to be doing a few more of these, in the series of these. I want to put together a little bit more stuff and see what I can come up with. Again, this is going to require me to shop a little bit extra on the side, so it may be a few more weeks before I do another video on this. And I'll probably upgrade this a little bit. If you guys have any ideas for small items, especially these kind of bagged items that would fit into a tub really, really easily, let me know. Leave them in the comments down below. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the bell if you want to be notified when I put up videos. And don't forget to click like because it really helps out our channel a whole lot. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our link down below. It's the Amazon store, our Amazon affiliate store. Just click that link if there's nothing in the store you like and just shop as you normally would. Don't forget to check out our Food for Patriots link, and that's preparewithiridium.com. They have food in stock. They're ready to ship it out. Comes all set in a nice container. You put it away. It's a plastic tub or container, however they're shipping it, because it changes from time to time. And it's good for 25 years. You put it in a closet. You forget about it. You don't have to even think about it. You don't even have to do any of this stuff. It's just there ready for you. It's preparewithiridium.com. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.